happy homecoming to everyone who is an Edinboro grad, a student, a family member, and anybody who celebrates Edinboro being a university in your region. It's an important place. We do a lot of important work here, and it's really important that we celebrate together. There's many alumni, many students, including many faculty and staff members, myself, who love the in-person events that we hold around this time of year. So we're missing that. We're trying to celebrate in different ways. We love the gatherings, and we don't get to do that right now. So that's, we've had that response that virtual is not sometimes preferred right now, right? We all have Zoom fatigue, but at the same time, it's a really important time for us to celebrate not only our connection with the university, but with each other. And so we wanted to make sure the planning committee really decided pretty early in the summer that regardless of how we had to celebrate, we were going to celebrate. All of our information is available at homecoming.edinboro.edu. I would also be very attentive if you're on social media, be attentive to our Facebook page. The university Facebook page, the alumni Facebook page, they're all really connecting on many of these events throughout the weekend. And then the YouTube channel for Edinboro. It doesn't matter when you go to the site, there's going to be something to do, something to enjoy, something to help you reminisce. I do think there's something there for everyone, and tons of bagpipes, because that's so much the Edinboro identity, right? You won't get through that website without engaging with some bagpipe music. There's a series of live events that are occurring. We've got your traditional homecoming events going on, like reunions. We have our class of 1970 celebrating their 50th reunion. This event is kind of a pre-event for them. It'll allow them to gather virtually to connect with one another, but then we are going to try to plan an in-person event sometime down the road for them. Within that group, we've got our 1970 championship football team who won the prestigious Lambert Bowl trophy in 1970, which is very notable. And some of those members are going to join the class of 70 in their celebration. We've got graphic design alumni and students meeting. We've got our Highland Ambassadors, which is our leadership group here on campus. They have a reunion. So we've got the traditional reunion events. We've got the traditional student events. We've got coronation. We've got the Friday night pregame, we're calling it, even though we don't have the big game this year. Where students can connect with one another and have fun with their own homecoming events in addition to all the other activities available. We've got the Kilted Mile. We have over 300 people registered for our Kilted Mile, which is our largest Kilted Mile ever. So it's fantastic. We've been able to connect with alumni who are all over the country who normally don't get to come back for homecoming in person. So they're participating in some of these virtual events for the first time. And so it's great. That's kind of one of the silver linings of all of this, is that we are connecting with a larger audience geographically with this type of a celebration. And then we've got some family-friendly events. We've got a planetarium virtual field trip tonight, led by Dr. David Hurd at the Edinboro Planetarium. So families can zoom into that, and then they can go out and they can actually observe their own night sky afterwards. He'll have some homework for them to do so they can learn all about the night sky. And then we've got a series of resources and videos and performances that are already recorded and are on the site as well. So it doesn't matter if you have time to connect with a live event. There's actually a whole series of activities that you can draw on throughout the weekend. And I don't want to leave this out. We actually have a downloadable activity book that our School of Education students created this year as well. They normally run our Kid Zone at our live events for homecoming, and so this year they took that in a little different direction and created activities for kids to download and then enjoy at home. The Edinboro community has a lot of activities going on that that add to the celebration. So if people are in the area, you can also find resources on our site for some of the local happenings and local discounts and deals. And we felt that it was a really important year to celebrate local businesses and to acknowledge that they're hurting right now too. We normally bring in thousands of people this weekend. There's a discount through the bookstore this weekend. There's a homecoming from home box from the bookstore. You can get your borough masks in that box, but you can also get it, you can also order them individually through the bookstore. One thing I really want everybody in our region to check out is at 11 o'clock on Saturday, we have a video that's a tribute to our homecomings here at Edinboro. It will go live on our YouTube page and also through Facebook. So Facebook/Edinboro, you're going to be able to watch that video. It's also recorded. It'll be available, you know, beyond 11 o'clock, but it will go live at 11 o'clock. And if you've had any connection with Edinboro University, you want to watch this. This is, it really reminds you of all the reasons that we celebrate. And I think it's a real feel good for everybody. And we all need that right now.
We're just excited to still be able to do it. We saw the opportunity as exactly that. This is an opportunity for us to extend the celebration and continue. We switched to a virtual strategy in March when COVID really began, and we've seen such a strong response from our alumni and more participation. So as we go forward, we're confident in saying that virtual components to homecoming will continue beyond when we return in person, hopefully in 2021. Information and a full listing of events can be found at gannonalumni.org/homecoming. We'll be posting throughout the weekend a lot of Gannon giveaways, some Gannon swag, some prizes. We'll also post as events are happening, and we've got some special videos that will premiere on Facebook throughout the course of the weekend as well. We're taking the time to celebrate our class of 2020 and all of our Gannon and Villa experiences that are shared by the entire Gannon family. We've got nearly 30 events planned between Thursday and Sunday. Everything from roundtable discussions with our senior administration, including the president's leadership team. We have a town hall with our director of athletics, just to get some updates on what's happening on campus. And we've also included some of our Gannon traditions, like Gannon Family and Friends Mass on Sunday to wrap the weekend up. In between, we're inviting our Gannon family to participate for coffee breaks with faculty. We have 12 faculty who will be joined by alumni and families all across the globe for coffee tomorrow morning. And then we're doing things with the students. We're playing Big Prize Bingo. We're playing Gannon Family Trivia. And one of our traditions at homecoming is always the Plymouth. We know that we can't go to the Plymouth, so we decided to bring the Plymouth to our alumni this year. And we'll be doing a live stream event just to bring the Plymouth and that tradition into the homes of our alumni across the globe. We've tried really hard to make this a different experience. We know that it's different, and we're acknowledging that. But our alumni are loving the experience so far. It started by mailing out t-shirts. There was an option for a t-shirt that I'm wearing, and we're mailing those out to our alumni. We also have t-shirts for the future nights, our alumni and families that have kids, but we're seeing a great response. We have over 550 alumni registered to participate in events this weekend, making a large turnout for our alumni and our families across the country. During the events, it's been interesting. We're seeing a lot of conversations in the chat of the Zooms. Everything is on Zoom, but we're seeing a lot of conversations and a lot of reconnecting happening, which has been awesome. That's exactly what we want to have happen, is that we share what's going on, we celebrate our Gannon experience, but we provide an opportunity to stay connected despite the challenges that are currently facing the entire world. We've actually seen a more diverse group of states and locations represented for attendance at our events for that exact reason. It's sometimes hard to travel back to Erie, especially if you're beyond the tri-state area. We've got alumni joining us from California, the West Coast, the East Coast, and everywhere in between, and even some global alumni who are visiting for some of our events.